Hey beautiful people, I hope you are keeping safe and well. Welcome to my YouTube channel. For those who I haven't met before, I'm Emma Ryder, psychic medium and divine channeler, and this is the Twin Flame Daily Read. Please bear in mind that I do believe that time is fluid and you'll find the guidance that is right for you when you need to hear it. Also, as a rule, I tend to read where the divine masculine is at. That is how they work with me up there. I'm not in any way, shape or form saying that this journey is one-sided. I know I have a lot of divine masculines watching, so please do switch DM to DF if that resonates with your journey. Okay, so let's have a look and see what we need to know today. And I'll just warn you, there's a lot going on in the throat chakra. And as I'm shuffling the cards, I feel like I've got a pressure headache. And I feel like I'm being pushed from behind forwards. I feel very much like the divine masculine is putting themselves under a lot of pressure. It feels very much like they are pushing themselves forward. They're pushing themselves out of their comfort zone, which is something they do struggle with. But also it feels very much like they're giving themselves a headache to make themselves do it. They're pushing themselves forward. They're pushing themselves out of their comfort zone. And as they're doing that, I'm feeling a mix of emotions. This started in the Daily Divine Guidance reading, actually. But now I know it was for this one. Because it's still here. And it feels like a mix of emotions in the throat chakra. It feels like I want to get these words right. I need to say it all. I need to get it. I need to make them understand in one conversation instead of just starting the conversation and seeing how it goes. It feels very much like they're putting too much pressure and seriousness on this conversation because they're making it more serious than it is. They're making it more, they're not that you aren't taking this seriously, but it feels very much like it's got to the point where the divine masculine is feeling the pressure of the journey and they're putting themselves under pressure because they know what they've got to do and they know what they've got to say and they know what's going to happen, but then it's all feeling way too much. And it's almost like they feel way too much, so they're feeling all of these emotions, but they're actually stuck for words. That is where they feel, because I feel like no words are coming. I feel like if I go properly into the divine masculine energy and forget what I'm saying, because I need to portray how they're feeling, it feels like they're just coming into silence because they need to push themselves out of this serious energy and into the more, well, I need to say this and we'll see what happens, and more of the go with the flow energy, knowing that the person that they are talking to loves them and it doesn't matter how this conversation starts, it just needs to start and it doesn't need to be so serious. And it feels like they're sad because they're struggling to say it. It feels very much like they're as well as putting themselves under pressure, it's like this overwhelming sadness because they're not managing to get it out how they would like. They're not managing to voice it how they would like. It feels like they so desperately want to talk to you that there's these emotions of what they want to say, but there's also this sadness because they're not making themselves do it. There's this sadness and emotion, and they do feel really like choked up within because they're not speaking from their heart, because they know what's in their heart needs to be said. It needs to be spoken. It needs to be out to move things forwards. And they also know that you're the person to understand. So because they're putting themselves under pressure and because they're not doing it, they're feeling really sad, but emotional because they know that it's them holding back. It's them putting the brakes on this, things moving forwards. They're like beating themselves up as well as dealing with their emotions and putting themselves under pressure, and then because nothing's moving, they're feeling very sad. Let's have a look at the animal cards. That is them. That is them wanting to speak, and the actual, when that elk roars, it's like a stag, isn't it? It is the determination and the loudness and the uniqueness, like you can't mistake what is being communicated, and that really feels very much like this is that communication which the Divine Masculine is working on at the moment, and they are building strength. They are building strength, but I also feel like the shark is almost signifying that strength within them, which is fighting this communication, which is putting themselves under that pressure and stopping them. Because if you look, they're like stopping them in the tracks. But they do overcome that, because then we have the transformation, which your Divine Masculine, I want to say this is transformational of where your Divine Masculine is at and the transformation the Divine Masculine is going through. Okay? Because it really does feel very much like the Divine Masculine is putting themselves under that much pressure. If you're in a pressure cooker, the only way to release some of that pressure is to go through a transformation. And that really feels where the Divine Masculine is at. Let's have a look at some more cards. Transformation. As the phoenix rises and the golden eagle. Magical, mystical, very transformational, heightened energy. Because as they're in this lower energy beating themselves up, they're actually in low energy. But then they have to rise through the ashes, which burns away that low energy. Rise together. And the eagle is really signifying the height of that energy, and also the transformational golden egg, which is bringing that energy to fruition. What it's like the results of the conversation. Because there is going to be results of the conversation. There is movement forward. There is that new chapter. The conversation is the catalyst for the next phase. They are working through that, and they do feel so sad because they're not saying it. So they are moving forward. They're going to make themselves, because they're not going to sit in that sad energy for too long. So get ready to hear it. Spicy. Okay, let's have a look at the universe of love and connection. Convince yourself, not others. So believe in your heart. You don't need to worry about anybody else or what anybody else thinks. Work on convincing yourself. It's very apt, isn't it? Don't doubt it. Believe. Thank you so very much for joining me. Please do like and comment on the video, and if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. I truly do appreciate each and every single person supporting the channel. I'm truly, truly grateful. Thank you. Please do take care, stay safe, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Namaste.